Hey there, Storm fans, Brent Cook, and tonight I am playing a deck that I've literally never played before, Modern Ad Nauseam Combo, or what it should be called nowadays, which is just Thassa's Oracle Combo. There's only a single Ad Nauseam in this deck. When I started playing Modern, I was all about Storm with Pyromancer's Ascension, and then when Ascension sort of got soft banned by the banning of Gitaxian Probe, I took a 6-month break. And when I got back into the format, I asked a few of my friends, what's the better deck? Gift Storm or Ad Nauseam Combo? And at the time, Ad Nauseam Combo was sort of a meme. That said, it's had a lot of really good printings over the last few years, and I think that now is a really good combo deck. I think it's likely better than Gift Storm. Sorry, Gift Storm fans, I just don't think that deck's very good anymore. But this deck's super sweet. And honestly, this deck has more in common with Doomsday than it does Ant or the Epic Storm. So yeah, I guess this is what we're playing today. It's got a ton of sweet cards in it, and it reminds me a lot of early Legacy. Uh, like I remember 2009, 2010, Ant used to play Angel's Grace with their Ad Nauseams. It used to play Slaughter Pact and Pact of Negation. It's just, and it's just, I can't talk, but there's so many sweet cards in here, and I just can't wait to play it. So the main idea is that you used to, at least with older builds, Angel's Grace or Phyrexian Unlife and Ad Nauseam draw your deck. And then from there, you would pitch Simian Spirit Guides into a Lightning Storm. Well, Simian Spirit Guide is banned. So what we're looking to do is we're looking to cast Thassa's Oracle, which means this combo needs blue-blue floating. We're not playing any sort of cute cards to make us cast Thassa's Oracle any faster. We're sort of just making sure that our combo works and there's no bad cards in our deck. That said, how this deck realistically wins more often now is you have Angel's Grace or Phyrexian Unlife, you cast Thassa's Oracle, with the triggered ability on the stack, you cast Spoils and deck yourself. That is realistically the more common way of winning nowadays. And with Modern Horizons 2, we have Profane Command, a card that I didn't think I'd ever cast because it's not Legacy playable. But here we are tonight playing it in Modern. So that's sort of sweet. But that's not the only suspend card in the deck. We also have Lotus Bloom, which helps you with turn 3 wins. So Lotus Bloom, I can't talk at all. And Pented Prism are how we get most of our turn 3s. Yeah, so this list is straight off the internet. I didn't do anything super spicy. I combined two lists I liked. The main deck is entirely one list, and then the other, the sideboard is mostly another list sideboard. I basically just didn't. I liked the main deck of this build, but this build had Veils in the board, so I stole the other sideboard because I don't really want to play Veil of Summer. I just don't think that you need to put that strain on your mana base. So this is Modern Ad Nauseam Combo or Modern Thassa's Oracle Combo. Whatever you would like to call it, whatever fills your heart full of joy, I don't care. I'm just here to play some Magic. And if you want to support this content, you can always do that by subscribing. Just hit that button, support the Combo Cabal, all that good shenanigans. And if you're already subscribed, make sure to like and comment. You know, get us into that YouTube algorithm. I really would appreciate it. And another thing you can do that I don't say enough, according to the comment section, is ring that bell up top. That way you're getting all the notifications. So whenever I publish a video, you'll get a little bell, a notification warning, whatever you want to call it, and you'll see the latest video. It's a good way of staying up to date on, what's happening. So do that. Or if you would like to directly support this content, you can go to theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's where you can submit your combo deck to be featured here on this very YouTube channel. There's 3 wonderful tiers for you to choose from, or you can always just go to theepicstorm.com/shop. Pick up a pint glass, a token pack, or a Storm 20 baseball tee. They're the 3 most common purchased items out of our shop, but we have other things in there such as Storm singles, stickers, pens, playmats, etc. That's my intro. That's what I have to say. I can't wait to just cast more Thassa's Oracles. This is the modern Doomsday deck, in my opinion. This is not a Storm combo deck. This is just modern Doomsday. Yeah, so let's Doomsday some people. See you in round number 1. Welcome to round number 1. We are facing Dice Master, and we are on the play. This is going to be exciting. All right, we have 2/3 of the combo already. Keep. We just have to find a Spoils now, or an Ad Nauseam, I suppose. So I think we should start by just playing the Pathway and casting Serum Visions. And now we found that, wow, we're going to have a turn 3. I I think I'm supposed to bottom the spoils. All right, so something I just noticed, we're going to need a black mana. So right now our colors don't work. So what we need to do is, because we need blue for Thassa's Oracle, we need white for Angel's Grace, and we need black for spoils. Well, okay, so we're facing humans. This is actually kind of bad news because we can't beat a meddling mage. But the math doesn't add up for casting these with Lotus Bloom, so we need to find a black source. Yeah, like I don't understand how we beat a meddling mage, unfortunately. Let's try it on Sleight. I think we just take another Sleight of Hand. Because we can cast that next turn to... Or is that a turn 4? Because this unsuspends on turn 4. So we have a turn 4 win, not a turn 3 win. I'm sorry. So there's our black source. So you have to get really lucky and just dodge Meddling Mage at this point. I mean, I can't think of another way that we win. I don't remember seeing a bounce spell in the deck. So is this a freebooter? Okay, better than a Meddling Mage. Wonder what they take here. Kite Sail Freebooter. Thinking about the deck list right now, and I don't believe there's a main deck answer. Like, there's no Slaughter Pact in the main. There's no bounce spell. Okay, we know that we have a spoils in the bottom of our deck, so that's sort of unfortunate. Okay, so this is gonna -1 counter. Another Angel's Grace. Does that win? I don't know. When being next turn, that is. So we're gonna have 6 mana. I think we need 7. No, we need 8 mana. So I could like value ad nauseam on their end step or something. And then untap and win. Okay, so I think we just lost the game. Alright, Meddling Mage. I don't really want to look at my deck list. So I think that I'm just going to attempt to end step ad nauseam and see what our outs are. I don't think we have an out in the main deck, though. I think this is just one of those matchups where we accept losing game 1 to Meddling Mage. Okay. So this should unsuspend right now, and it is. So we're going to cast Bloom. That doesn't do anything. So we're just going to pass. I don't think we have an out. Yeah, I can't think of any. I mean, I'll find out in just a second when I cast the Angel's Grace, but I don't know for sure. Alright, they're casting Imperial Recruiter. Sure, let's get some info. Champion Trigger resolves, Imperial Recruiter. Sanctum Prelate, you got it. Okay, so they're attacking for 7. We'll go to 7. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have anything. Alright, let's do it, I guess. So we're going to cast Ad Nauseam on their end step here and draw our deck. See if we have an out. I don't think we do, but you never know. It's not my deck. I don't think we have an out. All right. Wait, did they just concede? Hold on. Did they really just concede? Am I missing something here? I am not seeing a way of removing that Meddling Mage. Alright, if you see something that I'm missing here, feel free to let me know. Yeah, our opponent just gave us the win, I think. We had 0 outs. Yeah, I don't have anything. Like, we should not have won that, I don't think. But I do know that we can bring in these slaughter packs and get rid of these Pact of Negations. That is something we're allowed to do, and I want this Echoing Truth. Prismatic Endings probably... do we need that? No, I don't think we want that. Might want to board out like 2 Profane Tutor. I feel like it might be a little bit slow for the humans matchup. Yeah, I think I'm good with trying this out. Let's submit that. It says I won the die roll. Would I like to play first? Oh, wait. Did it say that my opponent won the game? Maybe that's what it said, even though I still had a card in deck. Or do I die to state-based effects? That's probably what it is I said no, and then probably died to state-based effects. I think I misunderstood what happened. Like I said, I've literally never played this deck before. So, forgive me. Yeah, that's totally what happened. Is I went to negative 40 or whatever, and then cast Ad Nauseam on then step, and then died to state-based effects. I think that's what happened. Sure. I think that has to be it. Play my land and pass. Although I thought Angel's Grace said I couldn't go below 1 life. Maybe that's just me not understanding how this deck works. And there's a Hierarch. Alright. So -1 counter there. Alright, we have 2/3 of the combo now. We just need we actually need the easy part of the combo. We need one of the 8 white cards. You can have a champion. Thalia? Chalice on 1. I was not expecting that. Wow. So we do have an Echoing Truth in the deck. But I was not expecting Chalice of the Void. That's strange. Interesting. Wow. It's kind of unfortunate. I mean, I don't think I was supposed to spoils in response. That doesn't make sense to me. But I'm not sure. Yikes. Well, I doubt they're going to name 0. What is Prelate going to name? Oh, they did name 0. Okay. I think we might be... we're not locked out, I guess. But I think we did get crushed this round. And I learned a little bit about how our deck works, so it can't be that bad. So I am not going to be able to cast Lotus Bloom here, I believe. Yeah, it stunk. Just absolutely demolished here. Okay, I think I'm going to pick it up to this. We cannot win. Yeah, we just need too much to go right at this point. So maybe I was supposed to board in Prismatic Ending. After all, it just seems weird boarding in 7 answers. If you're someone that's more familiar with this deck, feel free to let me know. Because, once again, this is my first time playing Ad Nauseam Combo. Which, if you're watching this far in, you've probably figured that out without me even saying it anyway. But we're 0-1. Hopefully we'll win some matches tonight. Stick around. Round number 2, we're on the draw, and this actually has potential for a turn 3 if we can find... No, I guess this is a turn 4. It would be a turn 3 if the Unlife was an Angel's Grace. Maybe we'll get a turn 3 at some point, but it's not going to be with this hand. So we have turn 2 Pented Prism, and then from there, if we had Angel's Grace, Oracle, it might be good enough. But instead, this is likely like a turn 4, assuming we even find the Thassa's Oracle. And our opponent is quickly mulliganed to 4. I have no clue what they're playing, but it seems like our opponent thinks they know what they're facing. Okay, let's go. Opponent on 4 cards versus our Phyrexian Unlife combo. Radiant Fountain. Is this Titan? It is. It's Amulet Titan. Let's go. So this was actually fairly good. I think we can just pass. So something I could do is spoils naming Thassa's Oracle, but I don't think that actually speeds this up very much. And for being on 4 cards, our opponent has a pretty good start. So they have 1 card in hand, it's the crew. So they just need to find a Titan. And we're just going to play a Painted Prism this turn. Let's tap this for what, I suppose. And make 2 mana. Painted Prism is one of the first combo cards I ever fell in love with. I played a lot of the KCI combo deck in Standard. And that was sort of like one of my introductions to combo. So Painted Prism has a soft spot in my heart there. Alright, so we still know that they have the crew in hand, but not much else going on. Perfect draw. Okay, so next turn we can dispose of the vault for Oracle, and then spoils, naming, you know, whatever we want. Okay. Our opponent looks like they've drawn Titan. I mean, pretty good rip for them. Are we dead? That's the question I have. So they can get the red-white, red... Oh, no, they're not doing that, apparently. Oh, well, that's very similar. Okay. I guess this is better, because now the next lands they get will lightning bolt us. Alright, so they're going to attack for 8, put 2 lands into play. That's 14, so technically we're not dead yet. Unless they get Valakut. If they get Valakut and then another land. Alright, so what I need to do here is I need to dispose of the vault for... actually, does the Phyrexian Unlife get around this? I think Unlife saves us here. I don't think we have to worry about this, if I'm correct. So then we go to like -2 poison or whatever with Unlife. Sorry, it's just that I'm not... Or -8 apparently. I guess I could have played around this because now we're dead to that. So maybe I was supposed to spoils for... Or I wonder if I can still spoils for Angel's Grace. Or is that too late? I'm sorry, I just don't know what I'm doing with this deck. Like, I've never played it before. Does this even work? Apparently, but I've already gone below 1. So... We're just dead. It doesn't matter. I would have needed to do that pre-combat step. I'm sorry. I just don't know what I'm doing here. And we're going to be dead at the end step. Let's see what our draw would have been. Because I would have needed to rip one of the other... So I would need to rip another Spoils or an Oracle for our draw step. And that wouldn't have been good enough anyway. Alright. So I guess we would have lost that even if I played correctly. Interesting to think about there. I wonder if I'm supposed to board in ley lines. Because it shuts off Valakut. I could also just like board in slaughter packs. I just don't know. This deck's hard to play. I feel like Profane might be a little bit too slow in this matchup, so maybe we can board those out. And the question is, like, do I want slaughter packs or would I rather have ley lines? I'm thinking packs. And I know that deck sometimes plays Pact of Negation. Not all builds do, I believe, but I could be wrong in that. So here we've opened up 0 combo pieces and a bunch of mana. I think we're going to have to ship this. And now we have all 3. So this is pretty cool. I think that's probably fine. Or do I just keep... Because if I keep this, we have a guaranteed win on turn 4 as long as I draw another land. That's probably better. Alright, so City of Brass, and then we're passing the turn. We just have to draw, like... Our best draw would be a Painted Prism. Can't believe we lost to a mulligan to 4. I mean, I also played really poorly, but geez. They crushed us. Prism. Prism! Okay, I'm not going to complain about the 4th land we needed. Yeah. Alright, so Saga's getting its 2nd counter. I wonder if, like, turn 4 is even fast enough for Modern anymore. Like, this is just a insanely fast format. And our opponent's passing here. So a little bit of a slow start for them this time. Another Angel's Grace. What stunk about the previous game is I knew that they had the Simic Growth Chamber in hand to kill me. If I would have just like thought about it a little bit longer. But it didn't end up mattering, but I still could have played better. I could have had an out instead of having none. Alright, so this is going to be the turn that they go bananas. The other Angel's Grace was actually pretty good for us. Because if our opponent did find lethal here, it just wouldn't matter. Okay. So now they get 2 untaps of Gruul Turf. Okay. So they have a bunch of mana now. And now they play Titan. You got it. So by slow start, I meant they have a turn 3 Titan and Dryad. It's fine. Everything's fine. Maybe one day I'll win a game. I think if they do this correctly, they could bring me to 1, and then, like in my upkeep or something, they could fetch, and or like put another effect that puts a land into play. I don't know if that deck actually plays fetch lands, but if they had some way of putting a land into play at instant speed, I could die. So it looks like they got Tolaria West because they can get Pact of Negation, so that way we don't kill them. So we want to draw our own copy of Pact of Negation now. Explore. They're just comboing out. I should auto yield to some of these abilities so I can quit clicking OK. Alright, so our opponent has roughly infinite mana. I think if they wanted to, what they could do is they can transmute right now, and then inside a combat, or post-combat maybe, depending on how they do it, they could transmute another Tolaria West for double Pact, so then I have no outs. I think that would work. Gonna Summoner's Pact. I don't know what this gets. Why Summoner's Pact? I mean, we're going to go for it, but I think that means they already have a Pact of Negation in hand. So, I mean, I don't think it matters the order that I cast these in, because they'll still have priority to counter spoils. So they just need a Pact of Negation here. Oh, I guess I win. Okay. And they didn't want to see how I sideboarded, which was awfully nice of them. Like, I sort of want the 4th Pact. I don't know. Like, this is probably fine. I'm just going to resubmit. It was good enough for game 2. We finally got our first game win. And our opponent even kept 7 cards, so that's nice. We managed to beat more than a mulligan to 4. They kept 7. Against better judgment, I think I'm going to try this out. Turn 1 Amulet. Classic. Okay. So we have our Unlife. Now we need the other 2 pieces. Well, there's one of them. Actually, I'm going to keep both of these. This is not bad at all. So we can play turn 2 Pented into turn 3 Unlife. That's not good, though. So this is 4 mana for the opponent. I'm going to start auto-yielding now, save myself some clicks. I don't think Phyrexian Unlife works how I want it to with packs. Geez, are we getting turn 2'd? Alright, they're passing. I feel really far behind already. I mean, if I need to, I guess we can Slaughter Pact. But we can't Pact of Negation. Alright, so I'm going to yield to that ability. Yeah, can't do anything. So we can Slaughter Pact. So I wonder if they're just like going to go get another Titan here, or if they're going to go get Dryad. They could also just go get Pact of Negation as well. Summoner's Pact, okay. I don't know. Oh, Foundation Breaker's the Disenchant. So they're gonna blow up our Pented Prism. Yeah. You got it. Can't use it, so it happens. Okay, so here I can play Unlife. I'm going to play the City of Brass so that way I can Slaughter Pact. And then we're just hoping to get lucky and rip spoils next turn. I guess that doesn't make sense. The question is, like, do I even Slaughter Pact here? Because they have to pay the upkeep. Part of me wonders if I'm even dead. Like, because let's assume that they go get, like, Valakut or something. Valakut in another land. Are they going to deal me lethal here? I sort of doubt it. So they got a third Amulet. That's really good. 5 cards in hand. Let's try it. So the reason I think I'm willing to Slaughter Pact here is that I can still Sleight of Hand next turn looking for the spoils. Yeah. Spoils of the Vault. Let's go. No dice. Alright, so if we needed to, we could Pact of Negation, upkeep Angel's Grace. That one does work. I think Unlife doesn't work with the packs, but I could be wrong. Spoils of the Vault. But I think Unlife does work with Ad Nauseam, which is something that I would have liked that first round. So I'm learning, just slowly. Okay, Breeding Pool. That doesn't do anything here. So killing that Titan bought us some time. I just need to find my last combo piece. We do not need another Pact of Negation. And I think this is the danger of boarding out the Profane Tutors. I just don't know how to board or play this deck really, so maybe I'm supposed to board out cantrips. Alright, Dryad getting in there. Let's go. So we have 4 outs in our 45 card deck. I guess Ad Nauseam would be okay too, but that's a one of. I mean, they could be making huge constructs. Look at 4 4s. Now they're doing it. Nice backup plan. Yeah, you have so many Dryads. They have 2 cards in their hand. Yep. Spoils of the Vault. Let's go. Yes, I would like to cast you. I guess Ad Nauseam is our one of, so we have 5 realistic outs maybe. Slate, okay. Ding. So I'm going to play this first because I can. Ooh, we have to name a good one here. Grape Shot. Oh, so unlucky. I can't believe it wasn't in my deck. I hope they have double Pact in hand, and then we could have triple Pact. Instead, we won our first match. We came back after losing to the Mulligan to 4, and we successfully got there while playing absolutely perfectly. No mistakes or misboarding whatsoever. But we got it. We're 1-1. And on a more serious note, if you do have suggestions on how I should be boarding with this deck, let me know. I honestly have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just sort of guessing as I play. So, cool. I hope you're enjoying this. We're 1-1. Alright, so hopefully we play a little bit better this round. We have more of an idea of how this deck works. Let's see what we can do. And this hand seems pretty good. Let's keep this. I really do wonder if like turn 4 is just like not fast enough for Modern anymore though. Like the format's just so fast. We're going to start off on Evasions here. Turn 2 Pented. Let's bottom that, but we can keep line number 3. Profane's interesting. I think maybe we want to suspend that before we play Pented Prism. Yeah, I think we do. Because that gets Oracle, and then on turn 3 we can play this, untap into... Like, we don't need the Pented Prism. Alright, they chose not to attack, so this is going to suspend, draw. And now we just play Phyrexian Unlife. Looks like they might have a counterspell. Hardcast Force of Negation. Just counter target spell. Okay. You got it. It's a weird one to see out of the Noble Hierarch deck. Ice Fang Waddle. Getting in there. So they do not have counterspell in hand. That's what that tells us. So unfortunately, this is going to unsuspend before we get to draw and find what we need. So I think no matter what, we're supposed to get Oracle here because there's still 7 more of the other effect in our deck. Yeah, let's just cast this. I want Pact. So I'm going to put that one on top. We can Visions. Perfect. And I think it's pretty free here to play Pented Prism. This gives us more mana next turn. Sweet. Alright, so we're going to have Counterspell backup next turn as well. Not really sure what our opponent's playing other than just like Bant cards. Womp womp. We didn't need that anyway, so the Prismatic Ending on Pented Prism's fine. Sure thing. And now they're down to 3. Okay, so... yeah, let's just cast our cards, I guess. Past in Flames. Wow. Alright, Thassa's Oracle. Ding. And we've won the game. I enjoyed that. So we're going to bring in Pact. I'm a little shocked that this deck doesn't play like anything in the main deck to beat a Meddling Mage, though. You'd think you'd have like a one of that, like it's just like a catch-all or something when you're playing 4 copies of Profane Tutor. Maybe I'm overthinking it because like I often don't play outs to the Meddling Mage. But I guess I do in Twiddlestorm. I play the Perilous Voyage. I think I probably want Spell Pierce. Don't hate me. I think I'm going to board out land, the cantrips and then a land. Let's do it. I'm not going to need cantrips if I just draw the nuts. Like I said, I'm not going to need cantrips if I just draw the nuts. Alright. Definitely keeping this. I would like to draw a Lotus Bloom. That would make this hand insane right now. Off the top, Lotus Bloom. Unfortunate. Didn't get so lucky. Opponent's going to pass with Counterspell up. Ooh, that was a good pickup. So we can play Unlife out on turn 3 and draw out a Counterspell. And then untap and turn 4 them. This deck's good. One of the things that I like about this deck is that you can just dodge creature removal. And I feel like that's one of the biggest weaknesses of playing Gifts Combo. Alright, so Unlife, this is not going to resolve, but we already knew that. Spell Queller. It's an interesting one. So I wonder if we're supposed to wait on the Oracle. So if I draw into a 5th mana source, we can double spoils with Oracle on the stack. I feel like that's probably better. I also wonder if, like, maybe on the end step, Angel's Grace. No, because then I don't have a white source, so that doesn't work. Okay. That's the first time I've seen Subtlety. That could have countered our Thassa's Oracle. So this is just Bant Flash. So it looks like our opponent's deck has a lot of interaction in it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the draw here. Okay. So we want this to resolve, because if it resolves, we have double spoils. So our opponent needs triple counter here. Do they have it? They say good games. So it looks like we're going to be 2-1. We're coming back. We're learning what we're doing. Getting a little bit lucky, but we're doing it. We're now 2-1. Round number 4. We were facing BLJ. I actually lost to them once in the top 8 of a modern PTQ. Was when I first joined Magic Online, and I didn't realize I signed up for a PTQ. I thought that was just at a Saturday event. And yeah, it was like 11 rounds of Magic, and then I lost to them in with Death Shadow in the top 8. Anyway, enough story time. This one seems like a keep to me. We're going to turn 1 Visions, turn 2 play Gemstone, and suspend Profane Tutor. Alright, so let's see if we can find a combo piece with this Visions. That's a pretty good card to draw into. Unfortunately, we don't need either of those. So we can suspend this, and I'm just throwing it out there. In theory, let's say we draw no combo pieces, we could get ad nauseam with this Profane Tutor. Looks like they're also on Amulet Titan. Okay, so we're going to suspend there. Okay, that's a good start. So we need to draw one more combo piece before the Profane unsuspends. Yeah. Pretty good. So Dryad, it doesn't matter whatever we do first here. So next turn that's going to unsuspend, and I believe the Lotus will as well. Yeah, so they're both going to unsuspend. We wanted to draw a combo piece here, but unfortunately we didn't. I think we just pass. Something we could do is get ad nauseam, and then ad nauseam with the Lotus Blue mana into what is it called? Angel's Grace, and then untap and win. We wouldn't be looking at it. Would be like a value ad nauseam, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so they don't have what is it called? Amulet. So Oh, I guess that hurts regardless. Jeez. So 12, rotating 14 this turn, going to 6. Yikes. Yep, now we're going to 6 like I said. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, we cannot win this turn. So I think the value ad nauseam is the play. But maybe that doesn't work when we're at 6 life anyway. So maybe instead I should go get spoils and hope to get lucky and rip one of the 8 white cards. I think that might actually just be the best line here. If I get ad nauseam, we're a mana short. Because I can cast ad nauseam, but even in doing so, I play my land. But we would have to hit, I guess we're 2 mana short. So yeah, that's just not an option. So I think we get spoils and hope to draw one of the 8 white cards for turn. Womp womp. I think we're just dead. I wonder if I could spoils for what is it called? Phyrexian Unlife to buy time. Didn't matter. Okay. So we're facing this deck again. I think that's how we boarded last time. And I think I want to keep the Profane Tutors. I'll just board out Slights and a land again. See, I don't know what I'm really doing. If you have better suggestions, let me know. I don't know what I'm doing, so this is what I'm going to do. Yeah, there's just like everything in the deck is like a combo piece other than the cantrips, and I don't know if you're allowed to take out combo pieces. And I've never read anything about this deck, so I'm sort of just winging it. We're definitely shipping this. 2/3 combo pieces? Sure. We'll bottom land 4 and keep the visions. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to lead on city. Visions. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I probably didn't do a very good job of saying what I was doing with the scry, so those might not show up in the recording. I'm sorry. I kept the visions on top and I bottomed some card that didn't matter. I'll try to do a better job with announcing my visions because that more than likely got edited out. Sorry about that. So we're going to tap the Gemstone Mine and cast Serum Visions here. We're still looking for spoils. No luck. I'm just going to bottom the Oracle and bottom the Pented. They don't really do what we're looking to accomplish here. I think next turn, though, I could probably play an Oracle for the Scry effect. Not that it's super helpful or anything. That would bring this gemstone down to 1. Really need to find that Spoils of the Vault. No, I don't want either of those. Alright. And we have the luxury of clicking F6 here. So we'll see if we're dead or not. So Castle gives them 6 mana for Titan. But once again, they don't have Amulet, so they can't give it haste. They picked up a Summoner's Pact. Okay, maybe they don't play Pact of Negation anymore. That's just like outdated. Alright, so we can build towards an end step ad nauseam on their next turn, but I don't know if that's going to be fast enough. I just feel like we're a turn behind. Yeah, go get your Titan. Alright, so they've picked up Primeval Titan with their Summoner's Pact. Now they get 2 Valakuts, which deals a bunch of damage. Is that just... Hold on. Is that 18 damage? Because I think that actually might just be... Yeah, that's 18. So we have to Angel's Grace here. That's a pain. I think we're just dead. Like, I guess we could draw Phyrexian Unlife. Um, that could be like a theoretical out, I suppose. But even Unlife next turn is likely not going to be good enough. Yeah, this deck's just too slow, I think. Alright, so I'm going to concede this. This is going to bring us to 2-2. So much Titan. I guess Urza Saga for a consistent turn 3 Amulet is just like what pushed this deck over the edge. Sort of stinks, but maybe this deck like needs like Soul Tales or whatever it's called, the Suspend Mox. It just needs something to be a little bit faster. But let's see if we can pick up our round 5 win. The final round, round number 5. Let's go. Dr. Anime, we're on the play, and we cannot keep that garbage. Gotta ship it. This is fine. So we can ship the Unlife. We have 2 combo pieces already, and then we have a 3rd combo piece in Profane Tutor. So this actually has all 3. We just need the time to play everything. So we suspend Profane on turn 2. We play Unlife on turn 3. Turn 4, this unsuspends. We get Oracle Spoils Combo. Alright, let's do it. Playing Dark Slick and passing here against Dr. Anime. It looks like they mulliganed to 5. Thoughtseize decks. Gross. So we are not going to have the turn 3. I think they're probably supposed to take Profane, if I had to guess. Because it guarantees any combo piece I want. So it gives me selection where the other 2 are just like random cards. But I could also get like an Ad Nauseam and then just like value Ad Nauseam their end step. And it looks like they agree. Okay, so we are now in the market for a Thassa's Oracle. That is not a Thassa's Oracle. I'm just going to play this out. No need to give them the information that we drew Gemstone Mine. Alright, Swamp from Dr. Anime into a card I don't think we care about. So you can have your Void Walker. Not playing Dredgestorm today. Alright, so let's play our Phyrexian Unlife. And now we're at a spot in the game where we can top deck Thassa's Oracle and win the game. Which is sort of sweet. Assuming that Unlife lives. Alright, so Voidwalker is going to attack. Sure. Stoneforge. Probably getting Caldera complete here if I had to guess. Which is actually sort of a fast clock. So we really want to draw that Thassa's Oracle. And they did get the Caldera complete. Thassa's Oracle. Let's go. Alright, so we're going to play this. Because by playing Dark Slick, if we do happen to rip the Ad Nauseam, it's an untapped land that doesn't lose us life. So there's like little harm in playing this out first. Both of these would be fine next turn. And we're all in on trying to find that wonderful Thassa's Oracle. Alright, so they're going to get in for 8 here and we'll fall to 8 life. Yep. Come on, deck. Oracle. Sleight of hand's fine. A little bit of a bummer. Alright, so we're going to cast Pentaprism and pass the turn. That Thoughtseize, wow. This is the matchup that we have the Leyline of Sanctities in the board for, so we will be boarding those in. We're not dead yet, I believe. So we're going to live through this because of the Unlife, as far as I understand. Because then we need to get 10 points of Infect. So this is going to put us to -1. Yep. Another Void Walker. Okay. So next turn we're dead. We have to draw into it right now. That's the Oracle. And as we learned earlier, this will not save me right here. So unfortunately, I think we just lost. Am I allowed to spoils for Ad Nauseam? Does that do anything? So hypothetically, So we have 5, 6, 8. So if I spoils to ad nauseam, that's 6. And then we get a land drop. This might actually work. From my understanding, I think this works. Maybe I should have done this sooner. Or maybe we're 1 mana short. Yeah, I think we're... No, this works. Because I get a land drop, and then I can Angel's Grace. I don't even know if I need Angel's Grace. I think this just does it. So we hit 3 a lot until we have no deck. 3 is the yes key for those of you that don't know. Sorry, I probably could have done this last turn. But I don't know what I'm doing, and now we have no deck. We just cast Thassa's Oracle. Where are you? Boom! Figured it out. Get out of here, Voidwalker deck. No one likes you. Let's bring in these void enchantments that are just beautiful. Get rid of these packs. We probably don't need those. I think we want all this stuff. I think we just brought out the planes again. Let's do it. Perfect board plan. Wouldn't change it for the world. I feel a little bit embarrassed because I'm pretty sure I could have won the turn before, but it doesn't matter. We still got the W. It's a learning process. Please forgive me. I'm sure plenty of you are going to comment like, you could have won 5 ways faster, and I get it. I'm new to the deck. I've never played it before. But I do feel like this deck's a turn too slow, which is weird considering it has Pentaprism and Lotus Bloom. But maybe you play less lands, and then you play like the Suspend Mox or something. I don't know. But this hand is literally the nuts if we had a ley line. But I think we're supposed to keep this anyway. Like, you're not going to ship a turn 3 win. This is actually the turn 3, assuming we don't get hit by a discard spell. I'm just going to play Gemstone. Maybe they'll buy into the myth that we have Veil of Summer, because some lists play it. Alright, so we're looking to turn 2 Pentaprism and to turn 3 Wreck Their Day. Let's see if we can make it happen. Come on, just play another Void Winnower, or Void Walker, whatever it's called on turn 2. Void Walker, or Winnower is the Eldrazi, I think. So I guess this is like Black-White Stoneblade, I guess is what I would call it. No! That's a bummer. I think they're supposed to discard Thassa's Oracle here. Yeah, I think that's the actual card they're supposed to take. It's either that or Spoils, but I think it's supposed to be Oracle. I guess Spoils has more value if... yeah, it's actually supposed to be Spoils, because Thassa's Oracle is worse on its own. I guess you could argue that it's supposed to be Pentaprism, but it is not Angel's Grace. I don't agree with that one. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have a surgical. Who knows? But I'm not sure if I agree with that. And to evoke Grief. Sure. So they're going to hit another combo piece here. Now I'm sort of wishing I mulligan into Leyline. But was I really supposed to ship a turn 3? I don't think so. What did they pitch to Grief? Kaya? Sure. We are not going to play into the Esper Sentinel. We're just going to pass next turn. And then on turn 3 play the Pentaprism. And they've selected Thassa's Oracle. Okay. So I think I got to keep the best card in the hand. Oh, they had Ephemerate. That's insane. I mean, that's what that deck's supposed to do. Yeah, they got to live the dream here. F you, deck. F you. Get triple discarded. I'm going to concede. Yeah, that was rough. I don't think I'm going to change anything. I'm just going to resubmit. Maybe this game will mulligan aggressively into Leyline. Let's see what our hand says, though. This is a keeper. Get into play, Leyline. Get into play. Boom. Take your discard spells and go home. No one likes you. This is actually a pretty good hand. We can afford to keep the Slight. Because it's not like Slights are bad. Part of me wonders if we're supposed to Pented Prism on turn 2. Yes? I think there's like... I guess they could Prismatic Ending. But I don't think we need to play the Slights here. Plus, if like we take more natural draws, we get more information on what we need to Slight for. Which is sort of nice. And Stoneforge, sure. That is absolutely fine. They got Cauldron Complete again. Come on, deck. Alright, we need combo pieces. We actually need all 3 of them. Slight. Should I play Unlife? Yeah, I'm going to. It's the best use of our mana. Maybe you think that's wrong, but like, I don't know. Like, we get to cast everything on curve. Next turn, I can Visions. It seems fine to me. So Cauldron here will put us to 15. I guess the one downside of playing Unlife is we are playing into the Prismatic Ending. Alright, so this is a 5/5 haste coming in with Trample. It's got a million keywords on there. Indestructible First Strike, you know, all that good stuff. Alright, Double Visions is not bad, so we have to find 2 combo pieces here. That's not one of them. Or these. Those are all bad. Okay. Still need combo pieces. Let's go. Visions. Well, Oracle's a combo piece, but doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good. Alright, so we're drawing into Oracle next turn, and then we have to find a Spoils. In the meantime, there's a Cauldron Complete bashing our face in. We only have so much time. Alright, so we're taking 6, going to 9. Okay. Not sure what our opponent's casting here. Drow's Messenger, that's a cool one. Played a little bit of that in Standard. Alright, so this is going to bring us to exactly 0 next turn. Which is not free. Because then the infect damage comes in, and then on the next turn they have 9. So we pretty much need to draw Spoils immediately. Ooh. They have a no... this is legendary, so maybe they get like Batterskull or something? Sword of Fire and Ice. That's a pretty sweet one. I guess they can't hit us with the sword. Yeah, sword can't actually target us. So they can get another equipment here with Stoneforge. They get the Batterskull, okay. We really are all in on drawing Spoils right now, I think. A line I could have taken was playing Oracle as a blocker and then looking for Spoils, because if I find Spoils I can name ad nauseam, but I don't think that's actually like a winning line. Yeah, we don't have enough mana to do that, so that line would have been dumb. Unfortunately, I think we're dead next turn if we don't find the Spoils, because they're going to deal us 10 infect. Come on, deck. Spoils of the Vault. Let's go. Spoils. I think we lost. Womp womp. I think I give myself the out of naturally drawing ad nauseam and chumping with Oracle. I have to imagine they have a removal spell in these 6 cards, though. So we take Spoils. Spoils for ad naus. Actually, this could win. I guess we just have to pray they don't have a removal spell. We know that they have Batterskull and 5 unknowns. We can block the complete, which would trample over for 2. And then Drelf's Messenger deals us 5, so that's 7, 8. So we'd be at 2 poison. We can go to 9 with City of Brass. Yeah, this all lines up right now. I guess the Stoneforge could shut off the city. We're just flat out dead to a removal spell, though. I guess the hope is that their hand is all discard. And that lone batter skull. This thing's 7 to re-equip. Yeah, so we're not dead to that. Because in theory, they could equip the Cauldron Complete to Drelf's Messenger. Drawing with Sign Clearing. Yeah, I think they know that they just need a removal spell and we're dead. Plains. Okay, so we block this. We take the trample damage. We end up with 8 infect. Maybe it was 8 with the city, and then I counted the city twice. 7. Yeah, I must have counted city twice. I think we might have actually just snuck in a win here. Assuming our opponent didn't draw something they needed off of the sword trigger. Don't care about Esper Sentinel. Holy moly! Is Lotus Bloom coming in? Oh my, and we get Lotus Bloom this turn. Sure, I'll pay the 1. You could have re-equipped. So let's go to 8 poison. We'll name Ad Nauseam. I don't know if there's still an Oracle in the deck. We might have just removed the last of the Oracles. We'll find out the hard way. Oracle, come on. Nope, that's it. No Oracles. That was our only shot of winning. It stinks. Oh well, so we're going to concede here. That means that we went 2-3 this league. Sort of a bummer. I'm not an expert with this deck, but it just felt like I was too slow. So there's like a Mox that suspends for 3, like Lotus Bloom. Maybe that's a card this deck wants instead of like extra lands. I'm not sure. I don't want to act like I'm an expert, but it just felt like I was a turn behind everything else. That's my initial impression of Ad Nauseam Combo in Modern. I'm sorry that you had to watch me fumble through things, but hopefully we learn together, and maybe you'll teach me a little bit about how I'm supposed to sideboard or things like that. So if you watched this long, thank you. I do appreciate it. Maybe I'll play this deck again. Who knows? Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.